How bad could Callum's injury be? Are we talking tear? Are we talking possible break?
Don't know yet, mate. We really don't know. He weren't feeling great this morning. It's due for his scan today. Patella tendon is the initial thoughts, but the exact damage is unknown at this point.
Given the fact, when you look at the top six, given the fact that these two sides are still vying for a place, how big a Magic Weekend is this?
It is a big game. Cruz has hit the nail on the head a little bit. I think for the players, the game does have a different feel. It's always played at a fantastic stadium. You get a lot of neutrals in the crowd. The Rugby League public have adopted it, as an initiative that first came in our sport in this country. The fans have really adopted it, and the cities have really welcomed the fans. So there's that different type of a feel and an atmosphere to it. And I think it's something the players have really embraced, especially, I guess, throughout the game. Not everybody plays finals and semi-finals every year, so it is a good, it is a good learning experience for a lot of players that haven't sort of played in those sort of games as such. For this game in particular, I guess I've not heard Brett yet, and I might stay on to listen to him talk, but I guess our sentiments are really the same on this game because it's must win for a number of reasons for both of us. We don't like to term games must win, and it's not all over if neither side don't win, but given our respective league positions and so close to the end, and it's not 2 points because of the percentages, and we're playing each other. It's almost more than 2 points, James, in the context of the season. And I think, we're both on the back of, disappointing performances by our standards. So, for me, really, we showed some good form into our game at the weekend, and then had a really, really disappointing performance. So for us, we need to fix that up, mate. There's some big parts of what we did with the ball that we didn't really give ourselves a chance at the weekend. We've played all twice already. They've both been fair contests. Both teams had a right go at each other. We only played them, a few weeks ago over in Hull, and it was a really, really tight contest that would decided late on. So I think despite respective league form, the game has some other, there's some other context around the game that make it a really interesting fixture from both ends.
And just when you think back to when Magic Weekend started back in 2007, I think it was, wasn't it? Could you ever have imagined it would have had the longevity that it's had?
I'm trying to think now where the first one was. The first one in Cardiff.
Cardiff, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, didn't like the January ones. Didn't like the round one ones when we got that. But it's as I say, it's been innovative. They've never been afraid to move the fixture around. Some of the cities have been magnificent. And magnificent again. It is for the fans. It's as much for the fans, and the cities have really embraced the weekend. And so far, I think Newcastle has been a really successful venue for it. And logistically, it's not bad for clubs either. It's not like a travel and a weekend away. We can all sort of do it there and back in a day if we need to do it. So no, it's been great. The NRL have adopted it as well, which I think. Is a real pat on the back for the guys that brought it into the sport over in this country.
It falls this season at a time when we're just coming out of, we're still in this pretty hectic fixture schedule. Could it be sort of like a bit of a break from the norm, a bit of a shot in the arm that all sides need at this point in time, do you think?
Yeah, Cruz has touched on it there. I think players like playing in big games. As coaches, we want them to play in every game to the same level. And I guess that's the key to the teams that are sat right at the top of the competition, the consistency. The challenge is, as you said, that the congested fixture list, but, energy is always important, James. We had a lack at the weekend. Both teams are on short turnarounds again. So I guess, given the surroundings and anything energy-wise, more that we can squeeze out of our players this week will certainly be welcome. It is a challenge, it is a challenge, but it's the same for a lot of teams, and which is, I guess learning from our performance at the weekend. If energy is a big challenge for everybody, given this particular point in the season, then smartness really comes into it. And in how you play your game, and that can obviously have a big impact on your energy.
Just lastly for me, what's going to be key to getting over the top of Hull on Saturday night?
Look, we're going to concentrate on ourselves a lot, James. They got some big boys that take some real handling, whether in one-on-one situations or they take some numbers to pull down some of their big strong ball carriers. It goes without saying that they've got a terrific kicking game and kick through shape really well. Jake's on the call, and you watch some of his plays and impacts that he has on his team around their point scoring. Obviously, he's going to be a player that we need to be aware of. But in particular, James, I think for us at this moment in time, just making sure we get our stuff right, getting our defence right, making sure, which what we didn't do at the weekend is play the game down the right end of the field and be a little bit smart with the ball. But we've had a style that's really worked for us. We've had to change his team, on a fairly regular basis, which we've already addressed that with Cruz playing in the half. So whichever way we go, we think we have a style that can work for us, and it's important that we try and give ourselves opportunity to play that style.